Hey guys.
Hi. Sorry, I'm excited.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the LD Pod. As usual, my name is. You're supposed to say your own first because you're L.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, as usual, his name is Lanzi.
And
my
her
name is
Des.
Deji. And today with us we have. we have.
Why are you laughing?
Why is he licking his lips? We have a very
Is it like
special.
all those Nigerian pastors?
Do you understand?
I don't know how to behave.
We have a very special guest with us. The man,
Very
the myth,
special.
the legend.
Woo.
Emaxee,
Hello.
and the crowd goes wild.
Hello.
Ah. Welcome.
Welcome, Emaxee.
Thank you for
Hi,
joining us
guys.
today.
Well, fine.
Thank you so much for, because you have not had me yet. Thank you so much for trying to have me. I've been a big fan of the podcast for a while now since you guys started watching a
Can't
couple
tell.
of episodes, listening to a couple of stuff, and it's such an honor to be here. By the
We
end of
appreciate
this
you.
episode, I'm going to say thank you for having me. But for now,
Period.
you're still trying to have me.
So, as you guys can
No,
obviously
thanks,
tell, Emaxee is a creative.
Yeah.
Going off of everything I just said. So tell us. Well, first of all, how are you, Lanzi?
Oh, now you remember that.
I just wanted to
exist.
introduce everybody first. Now,
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How first of all, how has your start to the year been?
It's been good. Actually, it's really, really good. I've been getting a good amount of clarity regarding work, and my career and all of those things. So it's been good. How's your year been? Your new year?
My year has, how I said I just wanted to start off very positively. So I've been intentionally trying to smile more, not allow.
Okay, smile for us.
Yeah.
Smile.
Then just
That
being
was smile.
get away. Just being able to be in control of the things that make me happy and make me sad. I don't want to be sad. So it's just having that clarity of mind, I guess.
Period.
Yeah. Did
How about you,
have
Emaxee?
any resolutions when you
Nah, no. I actually 2 years ago my resolution was to not have resolutions anymore,
And you've been on it.
and I've
for a
been on
while.
it. Yeah, I just
Fair
kind of
enough,
start
yeah.
the year with vibes, and anywhere the vibes carry me, they carry me.
Too much vibes is not good. Though.
Did I say too much vibes? Anyway,
Emaxee.
Emaxee, how about you?
I mean, a lot of things I'm trying to do. I don't think I have resolutions per se, to be very honest. I just have things that, and I've been working on them since December, so it's not like a resolution thing. It's just oh yeah, it's just a nudge that wow, you go there, no, they-
Exactly. Yeah.
And so I mean, one of it is cooking, because
Same.
the whole last year I was buying food.
I'm saying.
So this year, the crazy thing is when we're about to say, I was telling you guys the other time that when I got his text, I was literally in the market because I bought yam, and
What
it's
were you
this
going to
is so. I was gonna make yam and egg sauce, and I bought plantain as well. But I like yam. I feel like yam is
In this economy.
the best. Just how much did I spend? Just
How
1,500.
much? Just come on.
But it's funny because even the last episode, Ajibola too was on some
Cooking,
cooking
yeah.
this thing.
Yeah, so I'm trying to cook more this year, and just do more for myself personally, also what's the name, body stuff because I realized that I be getting fat recently, so
That's good.
then you
So-
can say I'm fat though, don't worry, you're
I
allowed
don't
to
think
say
you're
it.
fast. You're the one that said this by yourself.
Okay, what does this have to do with anything?
Anyway,
Oh, she
so
was not there yet now.
I wasn't.
Anyway, so do you want to say something?
No.
Okay. Before Emaxee introduces himself and tells us all the plenty things that he does, my idea of Emaxee is that he's an all-round creative. Do you understand? He is involved in the creative process of almost everything that we actually see, especially in the don't say emerging music scene, and even like the creative side, like the behind the scenes creatives of what goes on in music, arts, media, in quotes, and everything, because like we know that he has worked with, he's the brain in quotes behind NoteSphere, Cosamote. Shebi, that's the real pronunciation, Cosamote.
Cosamote.
Kusamo.
So somebody, I think it was Kevin that said
Kusamo.
Cosamote. Kevin said Cosamote, that the T is
Yeah,
silent.
it's Cosamote.
Kirikon. No problem. So yeah, Cosamote. I remember that he was also behind Division at some point, and I know that he had something with Mavin. He would explain all of it to us, but yeah, that's like my brief introduction of Emaxee. So Emaxee, you have the floor. Tell us about yourself.
Well,
and all
I want
the
the
things you
what's
do.
your
I know,
idea
say,
of
I know you were going to do it. I know. I was waiting for you.
Ooh, I know.
No, like it was. It's my laughter.
Oh, hey.
So yeah, my own name. What do you call that? What was your this thing? Your perception
Yeah, my idea
of you as a
of Emaxee,
creative.
yeah.
Okay, so well, to add to what you have said, I think that he's. I think if it was not here, I don't want to look at him to say this, but I think that he's a storyteller. Like he takes the culture and his interpretation of the culture, and he expresses it like as in any way possible. He makes sure that whatever story he's trying to tell from the beginning to the end is
Yeah.
consistent. Like the quality is consistent, the story is consistent, the meaning is not lost. And you don't come across many creative people doing it like that. Most people are just trying to get it from A to B, which is fantastic, but there are people who pay attention to everything that goes on in between.
And I also think, like, going with what you said, I also think that with how detailed and how you see intricate, that is the word, like the detail he puts in, like putting out the things we see and all of that, is also for me how simple they come out. Do you
Very
understand?
true.
Comes out very simple,
Yeah.
very easy to digest.
Yeah,
and understand.
exactly.
It's not boring
Yeah.
at the same time. So
Yeah.
why are
Yeah.
you crying or smiling?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I did blush
And-
now. I
and I
did
think-
blush.
And I think the point you made is very important because, especially in communication, it is not. I feel like things that resonate most with people are things that when you're trying to explain something and somebody says, "Explain to me like I'm 5."
Like I'm 5. Yes, exactly.
There's so much beauty in simplicity.
Yes.
That, like, even if you now decide to step back and think about how complex it can be, I don't know how to wrap up that point. My point is that
But it's just like
it's a skill that is not common.
yes.
So
Yeah, Emaxee,
thank you for your service.
thank you
Emaxee.
for all you do. You see that you've not even said anything. We've already
Artist Sae, we've
but
we've not talked about.
meanwhile, in real life, you are not an okay person.
I was going to say that next. Emaxee is also a person that really thinks he's funny.
Yeah,
He thinks.
He
What do you mean
feels
I
like-
really think?
Oh,
he
God.
feels like
What do you
he's
think I
funny.
really-
He thinks he's funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he thinks he's funny until
So-
you know him.
But yeah, welcome again.
Welcome,
Emaxee.
Emaxee.
Thank you so much, guys. I
Yeah.
really appreciate. I appreciate everything you said. I feel like, to an extent, I don't think about myself that much. It's like I try my possible best to be like, as like playful and very just like trying to like be
Mhm.
Yeah.
one step at a time guy. But I think you guys have said a lot, and thank you so much for your observation. But for introduction, my name is Oke Emmanuel. I don't know I don't know how to like pinpoint it, but like
told
I
you,
work
do like
I work in
podcast.
media.
Yeah.
Like,
I work in media, I work in music, and I work as a creative as well. So in media, I'm the co-founder of NoteSphere. It's a leading platform promoting like African culture and creativity. And in music, I basically an executive producer, but also like I help artists like with songwriting. I used to also be an artist as well.
we'll come back
This
to
is the first time I'm actually admitting that I used to be an artist. But, usually I say like I make music, but like not as regular anymore. But and as a creative, I've explored like different areas from being an artist to photography to design to video production and just like a bunch of things. And I've been blessed to like work with like a lot of amazing people in the industry. I've been opportune to like be in rooms and talk about like some groundbreaking things and involve myself in a lot of creative processes. So I am grateful to be here and thank you so much.
Which means that you don't mind if we say that you should put us on, please. I'm
But
saying
yeah,
it. I'm saying it on live camera now so that people can see that I begged you to put me on. So yeah. I think first of all, I'd like you to tell us about the process behind one of our favorite projects from last year, Files. Because there's no way we're not going to talk about Files.
Wait, sorry. Do you mind if we like get to that? Like,
How?
I'm very interested in talking about
the rapper.
Yeah, I know, like different things. But my first question, well, let's even start with him as a rapper.
Okay.
Your music career that you touched on, you just sprinkled there for us to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us, why did you used to be a musician?
no. So I actually don't. That's the first time it's like slipping out of my tongue because I actually don't think. I think I'm gonna be like. I feel like artists can never like they can never like stop making
Stop
music,
me, yeah,
or
for
they
sure.
can never be an artist.
Yeah.
But this is the first time it's coming and like, oh yeah, I used to be
Yeah.
because as a profession, I guess. But like I made music for like a lot of years, and if I'm to sum it up, I'm gonna say like I just got tired. It's just
What kind of
something that,
music?
like,
What kind of music did you used to make?
which kind of like leads to why I stopped. This is like it's quite long. I don't know if I want to like be able to like talk like lengthy about it because like they're in two parts, right? So one is me as a gold digger, and one is me as a someone dealing with like personal struggles. And what I mean by this is, so my music was more like personal struggles and like talking about like the things that I am facing and um the thing about being vulnerable to that point is that like life keeps punching you and you just like you get to a point where I'm like I don't really think I want to put all these things into songs anymore because one thing about vulnerability is like when you're vulnerable with someone or with set of people, they sort of like owe you. They're supposed to treat you in accordance to that vulnerability. Like say for example, I tell you that my wife just divorced me, right? I mean I don't have a wife, but but if I tell you my wife just divorced me, it's like the way I want you to treat me or like talk to me or the way I want you to answer something is gonna be different if you don't have that information.
Yeah.
And it's like that's the thing like with vulnerability. Like for someone that makes songs about personal struggles, like I got to a point where like it was even deeper. Like my life was going like crazy down, and I'm like I really don't think I want to like be able to like put these things into songs, and I'm not very comfortable with making songs outside of that.
Okay, I hear you when you talk about comfort. What I just wanted to mention was that regardless, there will still be people that relate to those kind of stories, those kind of struggles, right?
But
yeah,
again,
and that's what makes it dicey. Sorry, I'm continuing.
no,
That's what makes it dicey because if you think about it, like what the work we do is entertainment. Like regardless of how you put it, if people cry to it, if people laugh to it or dance to it, it's entertainment. So you're entertaining people. It's like, and it got to a point where I was like, I sat down, like, I'm entertaining people with like things that are actually like my real life situations, or shit is happening to me. It's like people are like people are listening to it like, oh fuck, that guy's life is fucked up. You get like, it's like you get to a point where it's like you don't feel like entertaining people with that level of vulnerability anymore, and you just like don't want to see it anymore because also like I have another theory about it, which is like being a victim, you really never stop being a victim, and I needed to stop being a victim of like whatever situation was going on. It's like I want people to see me as a victor. It's like, oh, that's the guy that built NoteSphere, that's the guy that's doing Cosamote, or that's the guy that dropped 577. Like that, like people should see like there's this this guy's not a victim anymore. I don't know if you know, so.
And I also think that like the audience's relatability cannot be what pushes you, like guides what you create, because they will relate to your new story, whatever it is that.
Exactly.
Me, I'm relating to you as a creative. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
I hear that.
I think it honestly just boils down to like what you really want as a
Yeah.
person, right? Because
Yeah.
I think that for artists, there are artists that feel this type of way, but they know that this is the only thing I can do, right?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
they channel that energy regardless to
Yeah.
that. But with you now, you're multi-talented.
Good
I mean,
thinking.
quite. But also,
So
like another side of it is going to be. It's like, sorry, sorry.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
I love stories so much.
Yeah.
But another side is gonna be like, me being a gold digger, which is like, what Nancy just said, right? Like, it's like, as an artist, you're the guy that digs gold, and like you're digging, hoping to like, be able to like find gold as a rising artist, and it gets to a point where it's like, oh yeah, as I said, like personal struggles or like things you're going through, you're like, oh yeah, I'm burnt out and I'm tired. But you also realize that like all through the years when you've been digging gold, you've learned how to like, you've learned different shovels that people use. It's like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna quit like digging gold and I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna start selling shovels. Like so, and like that's the work. Like, oh yeah, like I've learned a lot about artistry. I learned a lot about music. And like, oh yeah, I think I'm at a point where I can be able to sell shovels now. I don't know if you feel me. So
that's so
I feel like that's also like
I like the
another
analogy.
point.
I like the
Yeah,
analogy a lot.
100%.
Yeah.
So that brings me to my next question. When you were transitioning or making the decision to move from artist to
Creative.
player
behind the scene
to playmaker,
creative.
did you struggle with that idea of A, you've invested so much in this for so long, and B, did you struggle with the idea of you were quit? Because I think it's a
Like an
creative thing.
identity.
Yeah, because when with creatives that are multifaceted, one of the words that they keep on throwing at people like that is that like you are quitting stuff or you're not, you are eating multiple apples, like you're biting into different things and just leaving them around. How did you overcome that mindset, that mind shift? If you understand my question.
It's like, yeah, I think I understand. But like, so the thing about me is like, so it wasn't a shift particularly. It was more like it happened at a point where like, like I'm not gonna record songs anymore. But since I was, when people, I see trends like, what happened in 2016. It's like I was managing the producer that was producing for me. like, like, like at the time, like that was gonna be my like so from way back, like I learned about management because my work then was like, oh, I couldn't afford studio sessions. Then I had to like bring people to the studio if I actually like want to be able to get in favor from a producer. So my work is like an agent where it's like I bring up like other artists like myself, and that way I'm able to learn about management. I'm able to tell them, oh, post tomorrow, so that when I'm telling people about this, I can be able to show them this. And when I got into school, I realized that like folks wanted design, right? And I'd learned design before I left home. And so I've been designing, and also like when I was in school, I was fortunate to meet AYK. I was working with AYK as well aside from music. I was helping him get like folks and stuff. And you just realize that like this thing has been like a part of me. As I said, like when I was digging when I was digging for gold, I was literally learning about like the shovels that people were using. So it was more like me like going down and like trying to like see how much I can be beneficial aside from my stories, aside from the rap lines, aside from what could be the punchline. So when it got to the point where I was like, oh, this thing is choking me. I feel like the most one that I had to deal with, the worst one I had to deal with was shame, because like like as whatever it is like whatever it is that I was there, like sometimes I'm video production assistant, which means that like I would help like directors carry their camera, and as an artist it wasn't like I wasn't popular or some sort. Like I had like fans from places to places. Like it got to a point where I actually couldn't take bus because it's like I was just shameful that like people are going to see me in the bus and be like, guy, they feel your song now. I'm like, shit, nigga, this is my situation. Because, like, I had folks posting me, had a lot of digs. I actually like, all these guys, like, posted me before and, giving me support. So people have noticed me from, like, different areas and stuff. So, but the most important one is shame because, like, sometimes I'm going on sets to meet my fans. Like, I'm going on sets to shoot my fans, like, literally. And maybe I'm working with a director at that point, and the director's like, going to shoot an artist that is actually a big fan of me, and me, I'm holding camera, and I and they're like, oh, like, what are you doing here? And they're like, I was just listening to your song, just call me. And but like, yeah, I feel like that's the one factor, but
Yeah.
I feel like as a creative, I was thinking about this yesterday. I feel like as a creative, like one of the most important thing is like do not be afraid to get lost, right? Like because
Mm.
we're gonna be found regardless. Like, and that's what makes like even me as an artist. That was what made me like a good one, which is like I could just hear a beat and the first line I'm gonna say. I know that like one way or the other, I can be lost in the first line, but the second line I'm gonna find myself, or the third line I'm gonna find myself, which is like the same thing I
You
apply
come
to
back.
like
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, whatever situation I am in, whatever skill I'm learning, I'm not so scared to like be able to get lost. I just, want to dabble into it, and
Yeah.
one day, one way or the other, I'm gonna like be able to find myself.
Okay.
That's so tea.
That's yeah. That's so. What do you call
Um,
it?
I said that's so tea.
Man, all this new age lingo.
Ancient of
No, I be
Yes.
no, not because
Do that.
I be breadwinner now.
You
See
see,
what we
like
were
that's what
saying.
we're saying
That he
about.
thinks it's
Yeah, he
funny.
thinks it's funny.
This is what we're
This
talking
is what we're
about.
talking about. Oh, God.
That's
Yeah.
some good joke.
Wait, sorry. So I wanted to say because I feel like you've excellently said it, and the truth is that as a creative, especially a creative that's trying to make waves, you need to abolish shame. And like the only person that you should be true to, or the only thing you should be true to, is yourself and your arts. Like,
That's what I'm even trying to apply this year.
Are your
That
babe
shame.
sharp?
I want to
But I hear you.
abolish
you
shame.
you get shame. For,
I do
you
have shame. I do have a
sure,
good
buddy.
level of shame.
Sure, buddy. But yeah, so thank you.
Yeah.
That was very inspiring. So yeah, what did you wanna?
So may I just wanted to say that. So how did you now do that transition? I know that you've mentioned it in some way, but how did you now transition into being an industry boy? Do you understand? Like, I know that you had a role with Mavin at some point. Then the distribution company division came up, and
Yeah,
NoteSphere as well. So just give us like the line of how all of that came about.
yeah. I believe like maybe it was like a critical one. Like I feel like it's one of like the best like things that I've ever like laid my hands on. I just had the opportunity to be able to
Mm-hmm.
like work there with some really amazing people, and that helped me. That helped me like think about like myself more because like it made me feel like yeah, I'm very resourceful and very useful to like to an extent that I don't even know because I was working like Rema, I was working at Star, like literally like I was like, oh shit, like this guy, you're bigger than you think. And that made me like think about myself, more. And at this time I was an artist, but like I just like yeah, I could really do some cool shit. So from there, I was
Mm-hmm.
working with Upper Hands is a media house as well. And I was helping them like
Yeah.
designs because that's my specialty. It's like I don't really consider myself a designer, but if I want to enter anywhere, I feel like design is like because I really
Panda, panda,
understand
panda.
communication. I understand what people want to see, how they want to see it, and how they should receive this thing. So
Yeah, you do.
I try to like help like folks with design, even in my roles when I'm not like a designer. Like I try to like be able to like show. So from upper hands, I got to division because division also understand my and I was building Cosamote at the time. So Cosamote is like a tool for like division to like be able to like use to get more artists because Cosamote was an agency at the time, just helping artists with designs
Mm.
and videos and stuff. So AK employed me to become head of operations. So then there Toby came through not fair. So and the way like when I saw not fair, I just knew yeah, this thing was gonna be crazy. Like I wanted to like be a part of it. Like and I told him we had plans and we just started working and yeah, 2 years in we're getting greater.
So I have a
Notes.
question.
Okay.
Sorry, maybe finish.
No, I really just wanted to say like Notes Fair from the time that I started noticing them, it was just a thing of yeah, these people get it. They get
Yeah.
it. That's also what I wanted to say.
Thank Thank
Go
you
ahead.
so much.
You forgot your question. Come on. Otilo. That's why I say you should go first.
It's coming you, sorry. Yeah, what would
It's
you say
coming in
drives
thread.
you? Wait, sorry, let me start again. Wait. Let's come in.
No, you can actually
Let's start
continue
again.
that way.
Okay, so I wanted to say that one of the things while you were speaking, one of the things that I picked up was when you were talking about your design prowess and how you know what people want to see.
Your English
and
has
you know how
improved,
to-
go.
What do you mean improved?
Wow. Prowess, multifaceted.
This guy.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, is that you mentioned that you know what people want to see and you know how to get it to them. And I nodded in approval because, like, even just being around you and being in proximity with you, anyone that has stayed around you knows that you're not lying. And it's even in the way you interact with people. You know, you can see a person and you just know exactly where to communicate with them. Anyway, my point is, what drives that connection? Like, did you grow up always being a people's person? Did you have to learn that on the job? Did you knowingly and consciously take that skill of being a people's person and implement it into how you are as a creative? Because there are many creatives that they don't make that translation between who they are as people and the work that they do. Do you know what I mean? They don't put their personality into their job because they try and follow a particular template. So what gave you that confidence? Is that just how you've always been? Is it when you abolish shame, or that's my question.
So the confidence part, I think that came like strongly from an artist, because as I said, like, do not be scared to like get lost. Like, you're gonna be found, right? Like, I feel like there's like this sort of confidence that I have, like, being an artist, right? Which makes me look at situations and look at like think that, like, regardless of where I'm at, like, I'm gonna find a community that loves whatever it is that I'm doing. Like, I'm gonna find, and what I mean by lost. So imagine I get out of this house, like, I don't know the road, right? I know that, like, I'm gonna be somewhere, I don't know where it is, but people are gonna find me, and like, they're going to find what I'm doing, really amazing. On the design part, right, and communication, it's a lot of I've always been curious, and like it's like I've had like ambitions, like every time like I grow up, like, oh yeah, today you want to be a pastor, tomorrow you want to be an actor, next tomorrow you want to be an artist. So across this curiosity and trying to find like something, like, I've always been a guy that does research. Like, I will look at like across every field, maybe except like science and biology stuff, because I really don't like biology or anything in science like that. But I've always like been very curious on like things, right? So since I was small, like, I look at actors, I look at like the Wikipedia, I'm on YouTube, I'm looking at Vice, I'm looking at Noisy, I'm looking at what they're posting. So like a lot of these things like helped me shape like, oh yeah, this is what like folks like, this is what folks in the US, 1 million of them or 2 million of them are watching. Like, why are they watching this? So there's this level of curiosity that like, oh yeah, this is why they are watching this. This is why they're watching this. So that made me understand communication, and it helps me like how people communicate with design. On people's parts, I think strongly is my mom. My mom is a very very interesting person. She's like my hero, literally. Like, she's very like, she knows how to like get going with people. She knows how to get going with people, and she's really awesome. And I learned like a lot of that from her. Just trying like be able to talk to people, knowing how to, because like people have interest. You look at people, it's like when I'm talking to people, it's like, what interests you? It's not about me. Like, I'm not having the conversation for me. Like, the first thing is like, oh yeah, what does Lanza really like? Do you like football, or do you like movies? Do you like music? And because, as I said, I've been curious, so like across different fields from time to time, my curiosity has like, placed me like in different places. So when I'm having conversations with people, like, I'm able to grab their interest like really fast. So I'm now able to apply that in marketing and design, in media and everything that I do.
So I was just going to say that I understand everything you've been saying, but for the sake of creatives that might even want to listen to this episode or whatever, it's how important is all of these. Hey, Shena is or her, hey or ah. Okay, wait. How important is it to combine all these traits, like the confidence, the developing yourself and trying to add value? How important are all these things into helping build a solid community for whatever you're doing as a creative? Or how do you even successfully build a community?
Okay, so so what you mean like successfully built? I think it's like a stretch, but like
No, because I think that you do a good job around building a community around what you are doing. For example, you said that when you were doing music actively, you already had a good following in terms of fans. With NoteSphere, for example, too, we can see how there's a strong...
The thing is that he's trying to be humble. Every single one of your projects,
Yes.
almost every single thing you do is a community-based thing. Like, that's one of the markers of an Emaxee project.
Of even the success that comes with this
so
thing.
I don't know why you're trying to be like, I don't know, is a stretch, it's not a stretch.
No, so because like I feel like, because I also feel like there's a what's the name? There's a, like, to an extent, I feel like I have like a rooms for improvement.
Oh no, there are greater heights to be reached, for sure. But it doesn't take away from the fact that you've been successful.
So at some point here, like I think it was earlier this year as well, I shaped some things into like 3 skills, which is hard work, being smart, and being sharp, right? I feel like you really have to be so there are creatives where they are there that actually hardworking. Like I don't really believe that I'm hardworking, and I think it's an important part of like community building. I feel like those 3 things are like the combination of everything is like what can make you successfully build a community. But like hard work is something that I don't think I necessarily have, but sometimes like I'm surrounded by people that like can be able to like work hard. You really need like these 3 things for you to be able to build a community. So people that can actually do the work. So imagine them as the people on the field, right? The people that can be able to like make shit happen, the people that can just like get their hands dirty, right? And being sharp is like, or people that when they get information, how can they be able to process it? How can they be able to convert it, right? And being smart is like actually being able to look at these things and seeing how they can successfully play in your goals or the things that you want to like be able to build for yourself. So I think it's a combination of the 3. I believe one way or the other, one of them, or I'm a tiny piece of each of them. But I just really think like having to be able to like process things, being able to like gather all these things and like find a way to like fit it into places, which is being smart, and knowing how to get your hands dirty is like really, really important. Yeah,
makes sense. Okay, so let's bring it all back now to your most recent project, Files.
Finally, because that's one of our favorite projects from
2025.
Is it? Oh yes, 2025. Yes.
What are your people's favorite song? What's your favorite song, Dej?
My own, me. You know my own already, but I'll switch it because I know he's going to say my own. So I'll switch it. I'll say it's 1 girl, 2 girl, not enough. I shall beg you, Melissa. So that's my favorite one right now. Yeah, but what's your favorite?
Last, did you have a favorite?
Nobody can do it.
Nobody can do this like this. That's his favorite, but that was my favorite one first too.
I listened to the project before it came out.
Oh, fair, Zojuro.
I had.
Listen to the project.
They owe me like 1.2% from the whole project.
Yes, but yeah, so.
But yeah, then sorry, I wanted to say my other favorite song is Pamukutu. No, baby.
Yeah,
Baby,
you know,
just
I'm really
me.
surprised that like
Me.
Kwame Kutu.
Babukutu.
Yeah, that's Kwame. It's Kwame
I think it's
Kutu.
one
Kwame
plus
Kutu,
one.
yeah.
One
One
plus
plus
one
one.
is that was my
Yeah.
Yes.
But for our
Yeah.
listeners, we're talking about the
The
Cosamote
Kusamo
Files project,
20,
which is
26 or 25.
FILES with an apostrophe. And it has some of the most amazing acts. So it's basically like we spoke about it when it came out on this
Yeah.
podcast. So if you've been listening, you know what we're talking about already. But if you don't know yet, it's basically like an A&R project, a compilation of some of the most amazing acts.
Emerging artists, man.
Yeah, from out of the Nigerian scene,
Yeah.
musicians, producers, and it was executively produced by Cosamote. And so here with us today, we have the executive producer himself of Cosamote here to talk to us about files.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. Firstly, I'm gonna start with like what files is about.
Yeah.
I think it's like, so as I said, like as an artist, you know, I said in the beginning of this chat, as an artist, you really never stop being an artist. Like it's something that it's in your subconscious like every freaking time. You want to create something, you want to be able to like build something. It's like that's how I felt. But like without having to like involve myself personally or you know putting my personal struggles, I really wanted to be able to like tell stories in the most you know amazing way possible. But also like I've been surrounded by a lot of people, a lot of folks like around me with Divizzion, with NoteSphere, with even Cosamote as an agency. I have always you know surrounded myself you know with artists like incredible ones, really really amazing artists, and it was like I really thought to myself like, well yeah, I could bring these people together and we could make like you know the album of our lives. So you know that's like you know how the nudge came in, and you know we made files, really amazing. Really amazing time. I think it's an important project for the culture.
Yeah.
We're gonna also like we're gonna be working like every year towards it. But Files is an album. Files 26 is an album about love. Um, it's it's about love and romance. Basically, bringing 11 artists together to you know tell stories. Every song in the album represented a theme, and you know the artists were able to like you know talk about and share the stories like really really brilliantly. So majorly that's what fashion is about. But Faz's extensions, one is gonna be folder drops sometime in March, hopefully.
I listen
And-
to podcasts too.
Is that desktop after?
and also there's a what's the name? Um there's an extension art. So like as I said, like I'm really passionate about anything art. And this came from also like so growing up as in an African home, right? The view of music is different from the view of every other form of art. People regard music like really high in terms of penetration, and you know what I mean by penetration.
Sure.
In terms of like how it gets to people.
Why
did
did
you
he?
laugh?
Like,
He's the
music
one
Why
that
can
did I
laughed.
swear, like,
He was one
why
that
you- why
laughed.
did you, like-
He was one that chuckled.
God.
He chuckled. That's why I laughed.
And I believe that you know like music is just like really strong.
Yeah.
So if an artist makes a song and say I'm a lion or I'm a tiger, like your mom's like probably like wants to take that song off you.
Yeah.
Like, you're not a lion, you're Emmanuel.
In Jesus' name,
Right.
yeah, Emmanuel.
But I wanted to be able to find similarities between music and how like the consumption, like how people should view it. Like it should not like you know really like it should not be the injection, right? It should be music. Like people should enjoy music. So I wanted to be able to find the how they connect, right? So like, because if you're reading a storybook that you know says I'm a lion, nobody's calling you out or nobody's saying they want to take the storybook from you. Or if you're watching a movie and the character says I'm a lion, nobody's taking it from you. Or if you see a painting that says I'm a lion, nobody's taking it from you. So one of my goals with files is like for us to be able to like find the correlation between music and like you know every other form of art and find a way that communicates. So if a song says one girl, two girl, not enough, it shouldn't mean you should cheat. It is like actually like you know a chapter in a story. Like that you should be able
Which
to
story
see.
book
That's
is
what
this?
I'm
Okay, but
trying to
like,
define.
let's talk about this
Ah.
though. Let's talk about this. This is my own take on this. What we're talking about, as opposed to like other forms
Okay.
of this thing. You know, when you read
Of
books
arts.
of arts, you read books. You what else can we say?
You act.
You
film.
eat food. You
That
know,
was-
you
that
watch
is
movies.
art.
Cooking is art. Yeah,
No,
food is
eating
art.
food.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like the art of making a meal and you're eating the food. When you're listening to music, like music is actual.
Dead journal.
Music is actual like vibrations. They're actual. You can actually. How will I explain it? It will actually mess with your brain chemistry, which is why I think the difference. That's where the difference lies majorly. Like music has a very strong chance of actually influencing your life. I don't remember if you remember that time that there's an Ira Star video going around where someone was fainting, and then there was this whole conversation of like music in the church versus how people react to music in church versus music in concerts or whatever. And it's like music is an actual physical thing. Sound is a physical thing, so it's going to move you more than reading with your eyesight or like tasting, if that makes any sense. So that's where I think that's where the correlation lies and why it is a bit more impactful than other forms of
but
digesting arts.
but like it's the same.
I think it's how you digest.
Yeah, but like it's the same thing as like, have you, like literally like, so it's like I'm watching movies like, and I'm so ashamed to say
Now you
like,
cried.
and I've cried.
Don't be ashamed. Don't be
Right.
ashamed. Don't be ashamed, please.
But what you are saying now, you are saying that the movie moved you, but the first thing you said was that why is nobody taking it away from you? You saying like you are a lion, and that's what I'm saying. Like the content of the thing will actually of music. You know, audiobook people that listen to audiobooks and they are repeating what the audiobook is saying to them, it actually affects them. So if the book is saying I'm a lion and an audiobook listener is listening to I'm a lion, it's going to have the same impact. I don't know.
You people have lost me.
Sorry.
thing what I'm saying
I'm going left.
No. So what we're trying to say is how like music, like I just really believe that like across every
Yeah.
form of art affects
Yeah,
you,
real.
100%.
right? If you're gonna take, it's like if you're not gonna allow me be an artist, don't allow me be an actor, right? Like in an African home, like that's my P, like because like what you're saying is that like whatever it is that whatever like art form that I make is the same level of like I want you to see music the same way you see movies, which is like, oh, this is a fictional character, or this is acted. As like when you listen to music, this is an artist telling about his own stories or talking about his own struggles or talking about something that has not even happened before. And when you're watching comedy shows, like this is something that like this is the same way I want people to be able to feel about like music.
So it's basically
that's one of the core essence.
basically like the combination of the audio visual.
No, I understand him. I was just trying to express why I think it's stronger, like why people have that notion.
Oh,
And
okay,
because
okay.
like I think biologically, like music would just affect you as a human being more than other forms of.
No, I still think
Yeah.
I don't know, but I still think personally, I still think that it's how you digest this art form.
Yeah.
Some people don't give a shit about
Music,
Some
yeah.
people don't give a shit. Some people prefer to digest whatever through what they see. Some people it's through what they read. Some people, it's whatever for anybody. I just think that it's like for what he was saying, like the example he was giving was just the combination of the audio and depicting what the audio is saying in a visual form or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how can we be able to like translate this music form into like another thing entirely? Exactly.
Do you understand?
I want, which is like the same thing with Lanzi, which Lanzi is like saying people can consume things through like different forms, right? Like how can we be able to control that, like that consumption? Which is like, I actually really don't want you to dip this thing like that. It's like, I want you to see it as, oh, this is actually a story somewhere. So when you read the story, it's like, oh, that's true. This is what the artist meant in this song. But you get like, so,
because if you
like, that's the goal, like, which is like, for this year.
If you think about things like the Shakespeare books, for example, like all those them Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, whatever, right? Some people have read it and that's where their understanding of these stories come from. For me, for example, now is the movies or like the stage plays that you might have seen on there's one other one that's pretty popular, is it Hamilton?
Yeah, it's pretty popular.
Exactly, something like that. So I just think it's how you digest it
and there's Lupin. And there's Lupin as
Exactly,
well.
Lupin as well.
It's not a porn movie, by the way. That is not a porn movie. There's the luxation of porn.
Now you call up for this podcast too. It's Lancy that said we should call you. It's Lancy. Anyway.
For once,
So yeah.
na me fuck up.
But yeah, no, that's amazing. I think that's where you're coming from for sure.
So
Okay.
please go on.
So yeah, so there's an extension of files which is gonna be for this for the last one is gonna be a storybook, not a storybook, a novel actually. So the novel is supposed to come out sometime in February. Where we intended to drop it in December before, but we had issues with. So like, and that's also the beautiful thing about this project and Cosamote as a whole, which is like I'm learning on new
Yeah.
things. Like I've never ever thought about producing a book
Yeah.
before, and this is me involving myself in producing a book. I've never produced an album before, and this is like us producing an album. So it's bringing me like into a lot of things. And this year's Files 27 by God's Grace. I was telling Dej the other day, it's gonna be about
Oh.
social commentary and political.
Yes, sorry, Lane. You're talking
conversations.
behind.
So it's gonna be about social commentary. It's gonna be about social justice and things like around like being black and African, Nigerian, just like stuff like that. And I don't know. I think it's gonna be through art that we can be able to like translate the music. But we just intend to do this like from time to time and see how best we can. It's a growth process for me. For me to be able to involve myself in things like this. It's also like a lot of help and a lot of support that we'll be giving to artists that are going to be part of these things. And it's just like a beautiful opportunity for like everybody that's going to be working on this. So yeah, majorly.
So what would you want someone who is listening to Files to take away from it?
Just basically just like enjoy yourself, to be very honest.
Okay.
No, I think you just like enjoy yourself. I think you should like look at like the individual brilliance. Like my goal for Files was I'd say was not commercial. Like right now it is commercial, but it wasn't commercial at the start. Like we working on this project, it was majorly like, we want to be able to. We want like you to discover your favorite artist for 2026 on Files, right? Or be able to speak an artist and say, "Oh, I want to sign this guy," or we want you to see the project and like this is my favorite album, or this is my go-to, right? Because like the way I consume songs, like I go to like express myself and like whatever it is I'm going through, I find it in that song. So for Files, like which is an album about romance. If you're in love or if you're out of love, like want you to like get in touch with the album, find songs that fits your. If your heart's broken, there's a Lolufe. If you're in love, there's Sweetest Taboo, 1+1, consistency. If you are cheating or you're doing shit all about, there's one. There's nothing else.
Everybody shout something for everybody.
There's something for everybody in the love cycle.
Yeah, there's something for everybody to be.
What's your
Lagos
favorite
love cycle?
What's your favorite song of Files, Emaxee?
What's my favorite song from Files? I actually don't have a favorite song.
Of course.
But I'd say the first song that I picked. The first song that I picked. Before we generally picked that, those songs are going to like make it. The first song I was sure that I was going to make it was Ololufe. It's just a really complete song. It's a song about like heartbreak, and it's just like really really complete. Like it expresses like the yearning. It expresses like everything I wanted it to be. But yeah, Not Enough is like also like a strong one. But those are the two songs that I was like, very sure these two songs are gonna make it.
So quickly, what was the process of like making these songs? What was the process like having all these different artists and what they bring to the table? What was it like being in that just one room with all of them and just creating?
Yeah, so if you know anything about artists, like that like they're really really stressful people, like they are very crazy people.
From an artist to another.
So it was like it was a lot of being like patient
Mm.
and really observing the structure that works. It's like this is the field, this is where I come from. Like when I was about to do this, I like, yeah, relax, this is my bag. All right. So like I knew like the template and like the approach it was gonna
Yeah.
be. It doesn't make it any easier, but
Mm.
like it just helps me like with the structure. So which is oh I I don't want any artist to tell me that like, oh, they will record the song and we have to send them the song or the beats or whatever it is. I want to have every one of them in the studio at the same time. Let's do whatever we're gonna do, and in a week we're done.
Yeah.
So it was, understanding that structure that like this is the energy I want to be able to preserve, right? And post recording, it was also like helping artists like be able to get in touch, because also one of the purpose and goals for Fires wasn't just like in the music, it
Give me one
was
second.
this gathering of everybody, and
Mm-hmm.
making sure like the artists were together, and all of them like being friends and like
Yeah.
featuring each other and putting themselves on majorly. So we were giving them avenues and opportunities to be able to do this as well. So
Yeah. So I have a bit of a side question. Now that you've been on both ends of the spectrum as an artist, as and an exec, and you've heard both, there are stereotypes. Execs always say artists, this is how they are. Artists always say execs, they want to chop your eye, that kind of thing. You have the flow. What do you think? Now that you've been on both ends
so
of this thing.
so one of the toughest. So like I probably didn't add this to the question when you said like what's like the toughest things to
Yeah.
be like when I was transitioning. But one of it is like if you really know how execs feel about artists, you know that they are not like really friends like that. So me coming into the field and saying I want to play with you, they're like, who the fuck are you, right? Like,
Yeah.
so but it's a lot of understanding and a lot of just like making sure that like I understand that artists are selfish people. I understand the reason why they are selfish.
Yeah.
I understand why execs do what they do,
Yeah.
because they have to be self-sustainable. They have to preserve themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of like me understanding like, oh yeah, this is so usually I'm not in the G store in the, oh, I'm trying to like play politics or whatnot. Like I'm like, I kind of like understand the situation. I will
Yeah.
do whatever it is I can be able to do to help you. If I can't be able to help you, sorry, you get.
Yeah.
But for being an exec as well,
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to do what's best for me, and I want you to understand that. So
100%. You know what? Actually, contrary to what anybody might think, I actually think we need more artists turned execs personally, because we need more people with context. We need more people with perspective. You know, but another side.
but it's also so it's dicey because like really like this piece is not a money grab, right? Like, and I want a lot of
Mm,
artists on exec to
true.
understand it. So it's not a, it's not something that like, it's not a money grab, and that's what I feel like. Even though it might not show now, but I want people to be able to like understand about myself, right? Because it is not really like, oh, I want to go make quick money. Like I make money because I'm valuable to like people around me. I'm valuable to like like to be able to do
Yeah.
like things, right? But because that's a lot of mistakes that I see. Like, oh yeah, what project can I be on? What marketing peak can you pull me? And that's like what like a lot of people, not just artists on execs, but people that want to like be execs, like, oh, this is really cool and it is something that I can be able to like make some money on. And also like there's this form of like, I don't want to say envy. It's something that I had to like fight with like when I was going to like be exec, because like there's a lot of you wanting to be the star of the day as an artist. Like you want to shine. Like I still really want to be important. I want to be very special. Like
Yeah.
I'm not taking that away. But
Yeah.
being whatever it is I am right now, I I have learned that like calm down. You know, be the star for today. Like
Mm-hmm.
let this person that you're putting here shine, and let them shine the best. Right? Like it was very hard like
Yeah.
for me to be able to get to that point, which is like, because I'm like, I can even do this shit better. Like, or how am I giving this to this person? But it's a lot of understanding and like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're not that guy anymore. So you have to like calm down and relax.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your shine the other day when people are talking about the
Yeah.
success of the song or whatever comes out of the song. But it's a lot of like
Yeah.
let them shine and let them like be able to like grow and do whatever.
Okay.
Another side question, and me is because like I'm very, for some reason, I like to fixate on the things that people would not even necessarily like give two shits about. What was the idea between? Because I saw the videos that some of the videos that came out in the process of making the music and all of that. What was the idea between in what was the idea that informed some of the activities that you were doing even outside of making the music when everybody was together in the house? Like, for example, I saw that in the morning by
Yeah,
7 a.m. everybody's out working out. There are debriefings. There are just different side activities that didn't even just necessarily have to do anything with music.
yeah. So being an
Do you
artist,
hear?
like it's something I've understood. Like connection is super important. Yeah, I heard you.
Okay.
Connection is
Okay.
super important. You building like that level of just like connecting together is really important. But this
Wait.
just didn't come from music. So saying that like building that connection is super important, and I think it's like very essential, and that's like
Yeah.
that was the pedestal at which we built like the files thing, because it wasn't just about the music, it was also like the artists connecting, it was them sharing the bitter moments, it was them sharing like the good times or the
Yeah.
stressful moments, and like they take that energy into the studio and create like the best records, right? But also, I didn't take this just from music. I took this from football. Like, I'm a big fan of football, and there was a lot of like study on going on football pages, like
Oh,
go
what
on
team? What team
YouTube
do you
and like see
support?
what the folks are doing, like
No
before
promo,
the
no free
match,
promo.
right? Because I really believe in. I support Liverpool, the best team
I
in
thought I was going
England,
to say
of course.
Barcelona.
No, it's not a Barcelona fan. Dead is
But
a Man U fan, by the way.
yeah, so it was really important. I building a connection is super important, and I said I took a lot of inspiration from like football clubs, and like just seeing how they're engaging like their people, the type of content they were doing, and I also feel like documentation is super important,
Yep.
because next 2 years, we want to like circle back on like some of the things that we did, and like every studio literally had, every room had a camera, so we're recording like all the process of the song. So if somebody makes a tweet about, oh, I wish to see how Sweetest Taboo was recorded, I mean, one way or the other, I can bring out like a video that shows like how
You know what? Now that
the
you have said
process
it,
was
I'm
like.
actually tweeting it now. That I need to see how Twitter stuff so that you can bring
No,
out the
no,
video.
no, 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 no. No, please save me editing stress,
Oh,
Is it like, oh,
please.
look at
oh,
it! Look at it! Look at it! Look
No,
at it!
I mean, ask for another song. Say, because there's some I've edited already. I think of my mommy, Take Kids, Not
I would do
Enough.
for
we'll
each
tweet
of them,
everything, all of them.
and I'm
So
tagging
actually,
you on it so that
as
it will
you're
not be as
editing,
if.
you know where your videos are going.
But yeah,
So so
so
that's
yeah,
where
that's
you.
the essence of like
Okay,
the
yeah,
activities, the essence of the after the recording we had like camps where
yeah.
we brought the artists. We wanted to have so much more, because we had this idea of like the artists also engaging in like community services, like
Mm.
picking like the dead on the beach, going to schools to help them. We had made arrangements with some foundations, but
That's
we
really
also didn't
cool.
have enough resources. Yeah, we didn't have enough resources to be able to like go forward with these things, but we had like huge plans that we believe like from 527 28 we can be able to like do some of these things.
Okay, that's cool.
Excellent. You've honestly been such a breath of fresh air on this podcast today. I want to thank you for the knowledge you've dropped. And as my final question, I want to know your through your experience in the industry so far, what has been your funniest? Do you have a really funny memory you can share with us? Funny is relative now, Emaxee.
Yeah, in this case,
Funny as per
yeah.
everybody can laugh, not funny as per
Please.
only you will laugh.
Yeah,
Funny. I actually don't know. I don't be
But okay,
getting
your favorite
any.
memory. Your
So like
favorite memory.
My favorite
From
memory
files, from making files.
working
So
on
be more
Arista
specific.
or for making files. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no, 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 no,
Industry
no! Forget
general.
making files. Forget making files.
Ooh. Say it again.
Run it back.
Reload it.
How was that?
Uh, industry industry generally was gonna be working like because I was the content strategist that released Arista, and it was an awesome experience. Like because I was in school then, and it was during the Corona break, and I went back to school like a champion. It was like I did this, like,
Mm.
and that's why I look at Arista as like I've seen Arista from the. I don't want to say the little girl she is, but like that
I knew you
babe.
were
And-
like this.
I knew
You were just
were
like this
small.
just yesterday.
Now, like I'm seeing the progress and seeing how much that's done is really really great. I feel like that's gonna be one of them. But also like working on some like files was also like really 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 important, really special. Raising money, walking into rooms, getting said no to freaking almost every freaking time,
Damn.
and just like regardless of like whatever it is, still believing so much in what we had to do and
Yeah.
it turning out this
Yeah.
way and this great was such a dream for me. And the third one is probably gonna be NoteSphere. Like I've done like some really really special things with the brand, and there are also like a lot of special things to come. So and I think it's a very very important thing for the culture as well at the moment. NoteSphere is like really really important for people to be able to see. We're making sure we document like all our best experiences. So I don't want to say projects per se for NoteSphere, but like almost all the projects that I'd gotten involved with, like the Children's Day one was really really special. So and we have like a lot more coming. I've been in talks with like label heads in the past couple of weeks and days. So we're also going to be working with like a lot of more people in recent and in coming days and weeks.
Can't we? We're super excited for that.
That's cool. That's cool. So before we go, I had something.
Okay, tell us.
So you know how even Emaxee mentioned it earlier. You know how like there has been this trend going. I be coming. I be not going or coming. This
Join.
trend going on about 2016 coming back or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, 2016 was one of the greatest years for music. Nigerian music, foreign music. Do you understand?
Okay.
Because that was the year that for in the foreign space, Beyonce had dropped Lemonade, the album. Rihanna's last album dropped at the time. The Weeknd dropped Starboy. Drake, Views. Justin Bieber had his project that had Love Yourself, something like that. But now in Afrobeats, yeah,
Maybe
I think
not.
something
Sorry,
like that.
go
Yeah. But in Afrobeats, so it means that obviously some songs have now turned 10.
Glory be to Jesus.
What?
You know, 10 is a milestone. Sorry.
10 is a milestone.
Sorry.
So yeah, I came across a list of some Afrobeat songs that turned 10 this year, and you will not believe
Tell us.
the songs that
I'm scared to even hear.
it's not even. I know, like this is not to make you feel old. It's just.
There's no way, because 10 years is a whole decade.
I think for me, it's just even to see like the growth and how well like Afrobeats are
Has
done,
grown,
and
yeah.
even as at 2016, the quality of songs that were already there. Because if you think about Afrobeats now, people still consider it a growing genre, which it is, right? But if you think about the quality of songs that were already out at the time as at 2016, when I saw this list, my mind was blown because I was just like, 10 years already? But yeah, so first song is Techno's Pana.
Crazy.
Crazy, eh? Second song is Easy Legover.
Legover is 10 years old.
Yeah.
That's
Mr.
why
Easy.
Legover is in JS1.
I don't know about that one with you because if we now go into that, people will not be like, this one is old or this one is not. I'm not doing
like
that with
10
you.
years
Well, you
old,
can't
should
be-
in JS1,
Legover-
around 10 years.
But but it's just even to say that you remember how
Yes, one care.
No, I'm saying like Legover. If Legover was a child, it would
Oh,
be
okay,
JS1.
okay.
Oh man.
Because if you even think about it, that was the Mr. 2015,
I don't
2016 was
do my
the
NYC
Mr.
that time.
Hey, ignore me. Was the Mr. Easy, come up era. Okay, The other song is Wizkid's Daddy Yo. Busy boy.
To be honest, that one low-key feels old because I feel like Wizkid has grown, has catapulted. So Daddy Yo feels like a long time ago.
Okay, another song on the list I had was Fada Fada, Fino and Olamide.
10 years.
Yeesh.
For projects, one project that was out at the time too was Davido's Son of Mercy EP, the one that had Coolest Kid in Africa, Maga to Move.
That was such a good album.
Davido considers this his worst project. He said he hates the project. Sometime on.
Actually, I think it's one of my favorite projects.
I like some songs off it.
That's like my top 2 Davido.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I swear.
Okay.
I really don't be liking when that guy makes albums.
I will move on to the next song.
I'll
move on to the next song on the list. The next song on the list is Mad Over You.
And I mean this respectfully, please.
Okay.
Hope you guys don't cut.
That's exactly what
The next song on the list is Mad Over You. You people cannot talk over Mad Over You. Okay?
Mad Over You.
Mad Over You, and I think Mad Over
I'm
You.
very sure I toasted one babe with this song.
You know go toast babe with this song, okay.
I don't know.
I think that era, Mad Over You and Pana were so important to what Afrobeats
and
now started
Diana.
like. Yes. What like Afrobeats now started sounding like after that time. Do you understand?
Especially
Because-
Mad Over You, like significant.
Yes,
So significant.
yes. The Nigerian Ghanaian type sound that was infused in like the music. Iskaba is another song on the list. Wanikola and DJ Tunes.
Crazy.
Conquerability by Olamide. Preemie by Burna Boy. Hola Hola Sugar Boy.
Hola, hola. Hola,
Yes.
hola. Do you know that one time that song came out when I was in hostel? And one of my my bunkmates boboed me that song was Hollandia's adverts jingle.
Did you?
I chop them clean.
Something's wrong with you too.
My type. Oh, Silamba.
Echo Miami, Malik Berry, Coca's Call Work.
I feel like that was such a Nigerian UK. I think it was around the time YC also dropped. I think YC also dropped Jagaban then. Let me confirm.
Something like that. Maybe Jagaban.
YC, Jagaban, and
Juice. Juice must be 2017 or 20.
Yeah,
but that area.
There was Lil Kesh and YC to Cause Trouble.
That was it. That song caused trouble.
Yeah. One song that also came with its own trend was Dab. The Oya Dab.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Yeah. I feel like
we've been dubbing for 10
so
years.
before you continue,
who is we?
Lanzi, before you continue, right? I feel like 2016 was such an important year for rising artists because at the time, I mean, it's like I was an upcoming artist, so I mean, I don't know if I still am, but I was an upcoming artist making like a lot of like
Chai.
More down.
A lot of
suppose greet you as
a lot of what's the name?
Uncle Emmanuel.
Now
Uncle Emmanuel.
I was really young then, but there were 2 songs that that really, really promoted like upcoming and rising artist culture, which is Panda and Will You Help.
Yes. Because
so
of the
those
covers
songs came out
and
there.
the freestyle things.
And those songs were I made covers to both of them.
Yeah.
I hope that the cover is not.
I'm going to go find it and we're going to add it in once we see.
I also had one song that also made an impact to how like even the UK Nigerian thing that Emaxee mentioned. One song that was really important for that came out in 2016 as well was Ayoje's Your Number. Also had the remix with
I think
Chris
if
Brown.
anybody is grateful for 2016, Ayoje.
Ayoje
can still grateful.
Ayoje, Mr. Easy, Korede Bello.
When did Rotimi drop?
That's
in my bed. Is it that song?
Yeah.
Rotimi maybe
2019
or 18. Rotimi Love Reading. Rotimi 2019. Yeah. Rotimi gives me the vibe that Jidena gave me when he came out.
Oh my gosh, that was when Post Malone too.
Yeah, Post Malone also. I think White Iverson was
Yeah,
2016.
White Iverson.
Yeah.
And that Post to Be song with
Pato Rankin had his album too in 2016, the God Over Everything album.
No, we don't try.
Yeah, we've tried in this industry. Kiss Daniel had his album. What's the album called? The one that had Mama. Who else? Dotman's Akube was 2016 as well. Chidima, God knows where Chidima is right now. Yeah, but yeah,
She's making gospel music now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gospel.
That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, anyways, that was just what I had for the 2016. Okay, and YC and Ricardo Banks link up. Supernatural flexing.
Wait, I think it was that year Fowles also made Soldier, right?
So that was the year the
Chemistry.
joint tape with Simi came out. Yes, Chemistry. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot happened.
Yeah.
That was such a.
That's why
was
I
such
said
a
that. That's why
vibe.
I started by saying that I think that 2016 was such a core moment in music, not even Nigerian music, in just music in general.
Yeah.
Because even like foreign music, like the rap scene, the pop scene, everybody was outside.
Real.
2016, 2020, and 2016 and 2020 are the two most recent.
2017 also, guy. 2017 had bad baddest, bro.
2017 was
I
like
know.
Davido's year, in my
2017,
opinion.
yeah, 2017 was the
Ah,
2017 was the If Fall Fire.
2017 was.
If
It was
Fall
like
Fire.
DMW's the
See,
entire.
you
Was that not time?
Even
when
It's
Perry
just
Mayweather-
those
Mayweather-
three.
Was it
Mayweather
2017 or
was
15?
or
I think it's 15.
I think it's 15.
I think it's 15 too.
Yeah.
What album did he drop in 2017?
The only one I'm thinking
Was it
about
Wo?
is when that colorful,
Yeah, it was Wo,
that
it was Wo.
colorful
The
album.
Lagos Nawa. Is it Lagos Nawa or
The
something?
one that has body.
Yeah, it was Lagos now.
with
He
the-
dropped it what into?
Yeah.
Summer Body.
It's that one. I think that's the album that dropped that year.
But yeah, I was going to say that 2016 and 2020. Okay, well, Olamide had The Glory actually in 2016. That's
Yeah,
the
The
album that
Glory.
had Letter to Millie, Oluwalo ni Glory, Omowobe album. Má lọ sùn, má lọ kọ lórí títì
I
ìgboro. Owó
Pepper Them
Blue,
Gang.
Who You Help.
Pepper Them-
Who You Help.
Pepper Them
Who You
Gang,
Help is
bro.
one of those songs that you should have mentioned to when you mentioned designers.
He said
Panda.
it.
I mentioned it
Oh,
now.
it was Who
Yeah,
You Help.
that's what
Okay,
he
sorry,
said. I
sorry.
mentioned
Yeah.
That's what he said.
But yeah, I was saying that 2016, 2020 are the 2 years, in my own opinion, that most recently for music were very strong years. 2020 just because everybody was outside. everybody was
Rather
inside,
inside.
sorry, but everybody had to lock in 2020.
Yeah.
But
then-
yeah, that's my report of 10 years ago.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Emaxee, for joining us once again. Thank you.
Are we
Nnamdi.
done?
What
Yes,
do you,
now,
do you have anything
anything
to say? Yeah, no, actually, do you have anything to say to our listeners? Do you have anything to say
Yeah.
just generally? Do you
Yeah.
anything you just want to throw out there into the universe?
Maybe the universe can catch something for you.
Thank you guys so much for this. Has been an awesome conversation, and I had so
Yeah.
much fun. Thank you guys so much for having me, and thank you
Thank
for all
you,
the
sir.
support.
Thank you, sir.
I'm really, really
Thank
grateful.
you, sir.
We love
You
having
guys-
you.
I'm not talking to you people. I'm saying you guys watching. Please subscribe to LD Podcast for now till it turns to LED Podcast.
If you have
Subscribe to
LED
LD Podcast.
podcast is for only people that have smart TV.
Lazzy took my joke. He cracked it like he's doing now. Oh my god.
No worry, I said
But
it again. We'll cut it.
you see,
No, say
no,
it
but you
again.
see how it works. You see how it works. Delivery, very key.
You guys are not alive. But yeah, guys, please subscribe, like, this is one of the only episode that I mean they have, like, it's been a lot of couple of months now. Is it up to a year?
Yeah,
It's up to a year.
that we've been recording.
That you
We're
guys started?
recording. Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
up to a
yeah,
year.
No,
yeah, thereabouts.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. So I mean, it's been a couple of months, and yeah, so it's been really, really great. Thank
Still
you so
say a couple
much.
of
Just allow me.
I'm a couple of months and a year now. If it's not a year, like if it's a year, and, you get my point. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Dej. Thank you, Lanzi. God bless you so much. I'm really, really grateful.
Yeah, bro.
So,
Thank
can I
you
see the
for-
crew members?
Thank you for coming. Thank you for gracing. Thank you for gracing.
Can we at least first
yeah,
sign
like
out?
let's finish, man.
Like,
Wait,
Thank
have
you
they been
for
hearing me all this while?
gracing
Or
us.
just you guys?
Jesus, man.
Maxi,
Just
Thank you.
Just curious.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for lending us your time, sharing some industry tips and your wisdom
It's
with
not
us. We
cheap.
thank you very much. We appreciate the time and the knowledge and experience shared. We
Yeah,
hope to have
thank
you
you so
soon
much.
again.
and also guys, don't
Can't
forget
wait,
to listen
can't
to
wait,
Files
can't wait.
26 by Cosamote.
Please listen to Files 26. It's going to be linked in the description below. Listen to
Yeah.
Files 26. Follow
And when
Emaxee
you're-
on social media.
Yeah, when you're listening, at us on Twitter.
Please, what
let us
happens
know
if
Yeah,
what
this
you're
episode?
doing.
Yeah.
What happens if this thing didn't record?
We'll figure it out.
figure it out.
Wow, we'll be okay. But yeah, finally, once more, it's been lovely talking to you guys again. He's Lanzi, and
she's dead.
I'm dead, and it's been the LD podcast.
Can you do the with your hand? Wait till this boy.
What was that?
Oh.
E. I did hear that is E. So
guy.
do your
No, I didn't have D. This is D. This is D, and this is L, and this is E.
Well, I thought you were doing E. Oh,
No, this is
anyway.
D.
Thank you
Alright,
guys.
guys.
We've come to the end of our episode.
Along.
Our first
We've come
episode
to
of the year.
Yeah.
You
Season 2,
guys,
episode
thank you.
1, according
Like-
to Dej.
I did some things, Audio Daddy, and our crowd screaming there. It's been an excellent time,
Yeah.
building. And we want to thank you guys for sticking with us through
Yeah.
all our processes, all
Yeah.
I remember our very first episode was literally,
Yeah.
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 So,
Let me tell you guys, there was one of the first episodes that did not come out, and Dej was eating bread.
thank you.
On it.
Thank you. Thank you. We bed. Thank you.
She left the recording to go and cut bread.
But yeah, hopefully, maybe we'll actually release the episode one day,
Yeah.
someday. But thank you guys
In our
so
feelings.
much
Yeah.
for staying with us. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Please remember to like, share, comment,
Subscribe. on
play
our
for your
YouTube.
friends, subscribe. Yeah, if you're watching this, you're watching on YouTube. If you're
yeah.
listening to us, you listen to us on
Your audio
DSPs.
platforms, yeah.
Yeah, so thank you guys for working with us. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you
Yeah.
for loving us. We love you right back a million times more. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon.
See you guys soon.